Hello everyone, today I'm going to tell you a beautiful and heart-touching story. But before we begin, let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever ignored a call from someone and thought, I'll call them back later? Most of us have. Because we believe there will always be another chance. Another conversation. Another day. Another tomorrow. But what if tomorrow never comes? Today's story is about friendship, love, regret, and one voice message that changed a man's life forever. So sit back, relax, and let's begin. There were two best friends named Ravi and Ajay. They grew up in the same neighborhood. From childhood, they were inseparable. They walked to school together. Played football together. Studied together. Even their dreams were similar. Everyone in the neighborhood knew them. People often said, if you find Ravi, you'll find Ajay. Their friendship was the kind many people wish they had. Years passed. School ended. College began. Life slowly started changing. But their friendship remained strong. One evening, while sitting on the roof of Ravi's house and watching the sunset, Ajay suddenly asked, "Bro, do you think we'll still be friends 20 years from now?" Ravi laughed. 20 years. We'll be friends even when we're old men. Both of them laughed. At that moment, neither of them knew how quickly life could change. A few years later, Ajay got a job opportunity in another city. It was a great opportunity. The kind people dream about. But it also meant leaving behind everything familiar. Especially his best friend. On the day he left, Ravi accompanied him to the bus station. Ajay hugged him tightly. "Don't forget me after becoming successful." Ravi smiled. "That's impossible." The bus arrived. Ajay stepped inside. Before the bus left, he looked through the window and shouted, "We'll talk every day." Ravi waved. Every day. For a while, they kept that promise. They called each other almost every night. They talked about work. Shared funny stories. Discussed their dreams. Even though they were far apart, they still felt close. But then something happened. Life became busy. Ravi got promoted at work. His responsibilities increased. Ajay also became busy with his job. Calls became shorter. Messages became less frequent. Neither of them noticed it at first. But slowly, the distance between them started growing. Because they assumed there would always be more time. One evening, Ravi was sitting in an important office meeting. His phone vibrated. He looked down. It was Ajay. Ravi smiled. "I'll call him after the meeting." The phone stopped ringing. A few minutes later, it rang again. Ajay. Again. Ravi frowned. Why is he calling so many times? But he was busy. So he ignored it. The meeting ended late at night. When Ravi checked his phone, he saw several missed calls. He thought about calling back. But he felt exhausted. Tomorrow morning. He placed the phone on the table and went to sleep. The next morning, he rushed to work. Before leaving, he noticed a new voice message from Ajay. He almost opened it. But he was already late. "I'll listen to it later." Hours passed. Then the entire day passed. That evening, Ravi received a phone call from an unknown number. He answered casually. "Hello." A nervous voice replied, "Are you Ravi?" "Yes." There was silence. Then the person said something that instantly froze his heart. "I'm sorry. Ajay was involved in a serious accident last night." Ravi's stomach dropped. What? He didn't survive. For a moment, Ravi thought he had heard wrong. His mind refused to accept the words. No, that's impossible. But it wasn't. Ajay was gone. His best friend. His brother. The person who had been part of almost every important memory in his life. Gone. Forever. That night, Ravi sat alone in his room. The silence felt unbearable. He looked at old photographs. School memories. Birthday celebrations. College trips. Years of friendship. Years of laughter. Years of memories. And then he remembered the voice message. The message he never listened to. His hands trembled as he opened it. For a few seconds, he stared at the play button. Then he pressed it. AJ's voice filled the room. "Hey bro." The familiar voice instantly brought tears to Ravi's eyes. Ajay continued. "I know you're probably busy. Sorry for calling so many times." There was a small laugh. Then silence. And suddenly, his voice became serious. "Bro. I visited the hospital today. The doctors found something worrying. I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, I'm scared." Ravi felt his heart breaking. Ajay continued speaking. "You're the first person I wanted to talk to. I didn't want advice. I didn't want solutions. I just wanted my best friend." Tears rolled down Ravi's face. The message wasn't over. Ajay spoke again. "Do you remember when we were kids? Whenever I was afraid, you always stood beside me. You always made everything feel okay. That's why I called." There was another pause. Then came the final words Ravi would never forget. "Call me when you're free. I'll be waiting." The message ended. Ravi stared at the screen. Unable to move. Unable to speak. Unable to breathe. The room felt empty. Because for the first time, he realized something. Ajay really had waited. And Ravi never called. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. But Ravi couldn't stop thinking about that voice message. Again and again, he replayed it. Every time he listened, he heard the same words. "I'll be waiting." And every time, his heart broke all over again. 1 year later, Ravi visited their favorite childhood park. The place where they had spent countless evenings together. He sat on an old bench, looking at the empty space beside him. The space where Ajay used to sit. Children were playing nearby. Laughing. Running. Creating memories without realizing how valuable those moments were. Ravi watched them quietly. And suddenly, he understood something important. Life isn't measured by money. Or achievements. Life is measured by moments. Conversations. Laughter. Friendship. Love. The people who make our journey meaningful. And sometimes we become so busy chasing a better life, that we forget to spend time with the people who make life worth living. That realization changed Ravi forever. From that day onward, whenever someone he loved called him, he answered. Whenever a friend needed him, he made time. Whenever his parents wanted to talk, he listened. Because he finally understood something most people learn too late. One day, there will come a last conversation. A last hug. A last phone call. A last message. And the painful truth is, we never know when that moment will arrive. So if someone you care about crosses your mind today, don't wait. Call them. Text them. Tell them you love them. Tell them you appreciate them. Because tomorrow is never promised. And sometimes the biggest regrets in life are not the things we did, they're the things we thought we had more time to do. Before I end this story, I want to ask you one question. Is there someone you've been meaning to call? A friend? A parent? A sibling? Someone you haven't spoken to in a long time? If the answer is yes, don't wait until it's too late. Because one day, a missed call can become a lifetime of regret. And remember, the people you love are more important than the excuses that keep you busy. Thank you for listening. And if this story touched your heart, share it with someone you care about today.